What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So GME has been very disappointing, right? Some people may look at this as an opportunity. A lot of people see this as a buy opportunity. What happened to GME was kind of disgraceful, and I wanted to tell you in the thumbnail and in the title, it's absolutely true. I did sell my positions in GME just because I feel like it's going to waste. With all of this time that's wasting, if I get up to break even, then it's not really going to gain me anything out of it. So losing $2,000, $3,000 is not something that's the end of the world for me. But I definitely see more potential in AMC. That's why I left GME. And I hope that a lot of people don't just dislike it right away because of the fact that I sold GME. But I wanted to tell you my reasons why and break down, how much I lost and also what I've seen in the chart as of Friday. So before I get started in this, please hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one. And make sure that you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget to check out some of the other links, the credit card links. And if you want to use this platform, this is the platform Webull that I'm using. You just click that link. You can go over to downloads and you can download this separate platform, which is definitely amazing. I use it all the time. So I wanted to talk about GME. Let's talk about what happened Friday. You can see this large sell-off that happened on Friday. Nobody thought that it would really push below $40, but it ended up pushing below $40 to $38, which doesn't really seem like a positive trend. You could see that it did push up a little bit all the way up to that $44 mark basically, and then dropped down all the way down to $38.50, which is definitely where people seen it and they were just like, all right, this is collapsing. And you could see the sell-off as it got closer to 12 o'clock, right? Or 1 o'clock, usually that's when you see a large increase or decrease. And that's what happened. It just kept selling off, right? People thought of this as a new low. Oh, this is an opportunity. So they got in and then they ended up selling off again. But, obviously people see this as a buy opportunity, and that's why the price skyrocketed. $38 is definitely a buy opportunity. A lot of people would see that as a buy opportunity. For me, I sold around $44. I think it was $45 actually. I sold $45 on Thursday just because I couldn't deal with it anymore. I hate dealing with things like that, and I understand that people say hold out for the long haul, but I don't see GME as a more valuable company. I see them as having their little pops here and there, but I just can't wait for that. It doesn't look like they're pushing. It looks like they're trying to break even at best. So that's where I get discouraged from GME. And I'm not saying that it's a bad play. It could be a great play for people. I just feel like I made a bad short-term decision because it was supposed to be a $300 gain that I turned into a $3,000 loss. So I'll tell you that that was a bad decision for me because it was supposed to be a short-term play, literally intraday, but I didn't get pulled out of my position because I didn't set the right things. I was mainly because I'm using Fidelity over here and then looking at it and navigating through the chart with Webull. So I'm using two different platforms while I'm trading, and I want to move all my money over to Webull because it's a lot easier to navigate through and trade. I'll tell you that. So that's why I couldn't get in and out and set the right things that I wanted to set, the right limit orders that I wanted to set. It just didn't do what I needed it to do. In the past it would, but as I was going through the information here with you guys, it was tough to be able to get back to there and be able to get out at a certain point, especially when hedge funds really control a lot of things. I don't like setting limit orders too much because a lot of times when you set those limit orders, they don't actually get filled where people see a lot of those limit orders are. The hedge funds will find a way to reverse it before it gets to those limit orders so that you lose a lot of money, they gain a lot of money. It just works out that way. So that's why I don't like to set a lot of limit orders because they know more times than not. So with GME, it was very tricky for me to do it on two different platforms here, monitor it over here and also trade over on my Fidelity account. It just wasn't something that I was happy with doing. It didn't work out. So I can't wait until I could get everything over to Webull. Not everything. I'm going to keep my 529 account, my Roth IRA. I'm going to have a Roth IRA over here as well. So I'll make sure I do a bunch of things. But with GME, it just was not sitting well with me when I seen it go down to about 40. I think it was 48. That's where I was like, you know what? I'm going to actually get out at 46, and ended up getting out at 45. Just because I felt like maybe it had a little bit more potential and maybe I should wait it out, but the waiting it out was a problem for me. So you could see that GME is really fighting to stay above, that $40 mark, and that they pretty much leveled out, right? You started at $41.28 and ended the day at $40.59, ended the after hours at $42.95, or actually it's still going right now, so $43 right now. So it's still moving, but it's just not something that I look at as an opportunity that I want to pursue. I feel like it does still have an opportunity. And I thought that we were kind of derailed by the whole restricted trading. With restricted trading distracting us from these two positions of AMC and GME, it took a lot of interest away from GME to where that interest should have been there. It should have been valued at a lot more, a lot higher of a stock because of the interest that was there previously. And how people really wanted to drive that up. But obviously seeing the price go down so much, it takes the interest away. Then you move on to cannabis stocks, and you move on to silver, and you move on to Dogecoin and Bitcoin and whatever, because it's taking away from what the hedge funds did wrong. And they're not losing as much money as they say they're going to lose. And it's ridiculous. So that's the whole reason why I got out of GME. I didn't want to, obviously, I don't want anybody to think, oh, you're paper hands. I held onto it for a long time, and I realized that I had two amazing opportunities to make a pretty decent amount out of this, and I decided to not do that, which is ridiculous. So let me know what you guys think about GME. I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say. If you are holding, then, I continue to hold if you want to. I just made a decision. This is not saying that you need to follow what I'm doing at all. That's not the case. Do what you think is best. But I think GME was something that I wasn't really looking into that much. It was mainly supposed to be a short-term trade, and I turned it into a longer-term hold, which is ridiculous. You don't ever do that when you are a day trader. When you're a person that's looking to trade intraday, you trade intraday, you accept your loss at where it was. And taking this loss makes me look at it as like, hey, the fact that I'm taking this loss tells me not to do this again. That's what I'm looking at it as. It's a learning opportunity, and that's what I'm taking it as. So make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, check out my link for Webull down below if you're interested in this platform, because it is a great one. Also, I have some links for credit cards down there if you want to check those out. But I got my tea here. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.